Life is a strategic game, more than just a metaphor. Shinn's core argument is that life operates much like a game, where understanding and applying certain rules can lead to success. However, this is not just a motivational analogy. Shinn presents a structured framework for understanding the spiritual laws that govern human experience. She asserts that these laws, found in both the Old and New Testaments of the Bible, operate with precision and predictability. Just as in a game, ignoring the rules leads to failure, while mastering them unlocks possibilities. One of the most fundamental rules is the law of giving and receiving, encapsulated in the phrase, "Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." Shinn illustrates this concept through numerous examples, highlighting how negative emotions like hate and criticism, as well as actions like lying and cheating, will inevitably return to the person who initiated them. Conversely, expressions of love, kindness, and honesty attract similar energies back into one's life. This principle forms the basis of Shinn's understanding of karma, which she explores more deeply in later chapters. Shinn underscores the profound influence of the imagination in shaping our reality. She goes beyond simply stating that thoughts become things. She argues that the imagination acts as a potent creative force. She refers to it as the scissors of the mind, highlighting its ability to cut out and shape the patterns of our experiences. She emphasizes that the images we consistently hold in our minds, whether positive or negative, will eventually manifest in our outer world. This concept is pivotal in her teachings, as it emphasizes the need for conscious control over our mental imagery. Navigating the mind's threefold structure: subconscious, conscious, superconscious. To effectively play the game of life, one must understand the workings of the mind, which Shinn divides into three departments: subconscious, conscious, and superconscious. This model provides a framework for understanding how thoughts and beliefs manifest in our experiences. The subconscious, a powerful servant, a literal interpreter. The subconscious mind is described as a reservoir of raw power without direction. It faithfully carries out the instructions it receives, much like electricity or steam, responding to the commands it is given. Notably, the subconscious lacks a sense of humor and cannot distinguish between thoughts that are meant seriously and those spoken in jest. Shinn provides several examples of people inadvertently attracting negative experiences into their lives by joking about poverty or making flippant remarks about undesirable situations. This highlights the importance of choosing our words carefully and being mindful of the impressions we create in our subconscious minds. The conscious mind, the human lens, a filter of perception. The conscious mind, often referred to as the mortal or carnal mind, represents our everyday awareness and perception of the world. It is often swayed by external circumstances and can be susceptible to limitations and negative thinking. Shinn cautions against allowing the conscious mind to dwell on appearances, as it can easily become fixated on problems and obstacles, impeding the flow of good into our lives. The superconscious mind, the divine blueprint, the source of intuition. The superconscious mind is described as the God mind within each person, the realm of perfect ideas and limitless potential. It holds the divine design for each individual, their true path and purpose in life. However, this divine blueprint is often perceived by the conscious mind as an unattainable ideal, something too good to be true, as it operates on a higher level of awareness than our everyday thinking. Shinn teaches that the superconscious communicates with the conscious mind through intuition or hunches. These intuitive nudges, often seemingly irrational, can provide guidance and direction, leading us towards the fulfillment of our divine purpose. Mastering the game strategies: words, non-resistance, forgiveness, presence, intuition. Shinn outlines several key principles for mastering the game of life, strategies that empower individuals to shape their reality consciously. Harnessing the vibrational force of words. Shinn emphasizes the potent creative power of words, stating that they do not return void. She explains that through our spoken words, we are constantly setting into motion unseen forces that mold our bodies and shape our circumstances. This principle applies not only to the words we speak aloud, but also to the thoughts we entertain silently, as every thought holds a vibratory frequency. She stresses the importance of choosing our words carefully, both in our internal dialogue and in our communications with others, to align with the good we wish to experience. This includes speaking positive affirmations, blessing others, and refraining from negative speech and criticism. Shinn illustrates this concept with several anecdotes, highlighting how people attract specific experiences into their lives through their habitual speech patterns, whether it be consistently missing the bus or encountering good luck. She also cautions against relying on superstitions like lucky charms, as they hold no inherent power in themselves, but rather derive their effectiveness from the belief and expectancy they evoke in the individual. Embracing the power of non-resistance, letting go to allow the divine to flow. Shinn advocates for the practice of non-resistance, asserting that resisting negative situations only solidifies their presence in our lives. She explains that by surrendering to the present moment, accepting circumstances without emotional turmoil, we allow infinite intelligence to work through us, ultimately bringing about a resolution that surpasses our limited human understanding. She likens this principle to the nature of water, which, through its non-resistance, can wear away even the hardest rock and overcome any obstacle in its path. Shinn offers various examples of people who successfully overcame difficult situations by shifting their attitude from resistance to acceptance, allowing the divine flow to orchestrate a harmonious outcome. She emphasizes that non-resistance does not equate to passivity. It is a conscious choice to align with a higher power and trust in its wisdom. Utilizing forgiveness to break free from karmic cycles, Shinn underscores the importance of forgiveness, both of oneself and others, for breaking free from negative karmic patterns and opening up to greater blessings. She explains that forgiveness, as taught by Jesus Christ, transcends the law of karma, allowing individuals to step out of cycles of cause and effect and into a state of grace. She emphasizes that holding on to resentment and unforgiveness only perpetuates suffering and blocks the flow of good. She provides several examples of people who experience significant shifts in their circumstances after choosing forgiveness, demonstrating how this act can neutralize past negativity and attract positive experiences. The power of now, living fully in the present moment. Shinn cautions against dwelling on the past or anxiously anticipating the future, emphasizing the importance of living fully in the present moment. She points out that the past and future are merely constructs of the mind and hold no real power over us. She encourages readers to bless the past and forget it, if it keeps them in bondage, and bless the future, knowing it has in store for them endless joys, but to live fully in the now. This, she argues, allows individuals to access the fullness of life's blessings and to be receptive to new opportunities. She suggests starting each day with positive affirmations to set the tone for a successful and joyful day. Heeding the whispers of intuition. Following the guidance of the superconscious, Shinn urges readers to pay attention to their intuition, describing it as the voice of the superconscious mind guiding them towards the fulfillment of their divine purpose. She encourages actively seeking intuitive guidance by asking for definite leads from infinite intelligence. She emphasizes that these intuitive nudges may come through unexpected channels, such as chance remarks, passages in books, or seemingly random thoughts. She provides numerous examples of people who achieved remarkable outcomes by trusting their intuition, even when it seemed illogical or contrary to reason. The cornerstone of faith: believing to see, acting to receive. Throughout the book, Shinn consistently highlights the vital role of faith in manifesting one's desires. She goes beyond simply believing in a higher power. She advocates for developing an unshakable conviction in the unseen laws governing the universe. She defines faith as the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, emphasizing its ability to bridge the gap between the mental realm and the physical world. She explains that faith, when combined with positive affirmations and actions, creates a potent force for attracting good into one's life. Shinn introduces the concept of active faith, which involves taking tangible steps towards one's goals, even in the absence of visible evidence of progress. This principle encourages taking inspired action, aligning our outward efforts with our inner convictions. She provides the example of the woman searching for an apartment during a housing shortage who demonstrated active faith by buying new blankets in anticipation of finding a suitable place to live. Despite the scarcity of available apartments, the woman's act of faith, her willingness to prepare for the desired outcome, aligned her with the forces of manifestation, and she ultimately secured an apartment. Love. More than a feeling, a force that shapes reality. Shinn posits that love, in its purest and most selfless expression, is the ultimate key to overcoming obstacles and achieving lasting happiness. She goes beyond defining love as a mere emotion. She describes it as a fundamental cosmic force, a powerful magnetic energy that permeates the universe. This concept aligns with her view of life as a game governed by spiritual laws, with love acting as the highest and most transformative principle. She characterizes true love as selfless and fearless, freely given without expectations of reciprocity. It finds joy in the act of giving itself, radiating outwards without demanding anything in return. This stands in stark contrast to the conditional and often possessive forms of love that dominate human relationships. Shinn argues that jealousy, fear, and possessiveness distort the true nature of love and ultimately sabotage the very connections we seek to nurture. Shinn offers compelling examples of individuals who transformed their relationships by embracing the principle of selfless love, releasing expectations and focusing on the well-being of the other person. In one example, a woman whose lover had abandoned her found happiness and reconciliation after she committed to blessing him unconditionally, releasing her resentment and choosing to see him through the lens of divine perfection. Shinn emphasizes that this approach does not condone mistreatment. Rather, it empowers individuals to shift their own internal state, breaking free from cycles of pain and attracting a higher expression of love into their lives. Unfolding the divine design, discovering and expressing your unique purpose. Shinn believes that every individual possesses a divine design, a unique purpose or calling that will lead to true fulfillment and self-actualization. She encourages her readers to actively seek the unfolding of this divine plan in their lives, trusting that the necessary resources and guidance will be provided as they align with their true path. This divine design encompasses not only career or vocation, but also encompasses all aspects of life, including health, wealth, and relationships. It represents the ideal blueprint for a life of joy, abundance, and meaningful contribution. Shinn emphasizes that aligning with one's divine design will lead to work that feels more like play than labor, as it flows from a place of genuine passion and inspiration. She asserts that financial abundance naturally follows this alignment, as the universe conspires to support those who are living in accordance with their true purpose. The power of denials and affirmations, reprogramming the subconscious mind. Shinn advocates for the use of denials and affirmations as powerful techniques for reprogramming the subconscious mind and attracting desired outcomes. She provides numerous examples of affirmations tailored to specific areas of life, encompassing prosperity, health, guidance, and relationships. She stresses the importance of wording affirmations carefully, using language that resonates deeply with the individual and evokes a feeling of truth. Denials are used to counteract negative beliefs and patterns that may be lodged in the subconscious mind, while affirmations are used to impress positive beliefs and expectations. Shinn explains that consistent repetition of affirmations helps to establish new thought patterns and beliefs, ultimately shaping one's reality. She emphasizes the importance of believing in the power of affirmations, holding the conviction that they are capable of bringing about positive change. The ultimate goal: aligning with divine law, manifesting the highest good. Shinn ultimately sees the game of life as a journey of spiritual awakening and self-mastery. The goal is not merely to accumulate material possessions or achieve worldly success, but to realize one's full potential as a spiritual being, living in harmony with divine law and manifesting the highest good for oneself and others. She encourages readers to become master thinkers, individuals who consciously shape their reality through positive thoughts, beliefs, and actions. She emphasizes that by understanding and applying the principles outlined in her book, anyone can achieve health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression, the square of life that leads to true happiness and fulfillment.